So you gotta be careful with your you gotta be careful with the power button on your phone. If you fiddle with it too much, it'll call the cops on you.
Welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
And that's why it's covered in plastic.
Oh, man.
Some X-rated content there.
I don't care how long it is.
Thoroughly excited.
Great for the pocketbook, bad for the environment.
Oh, I'm number 3.
I like it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
If I'm going to put money into this, it's going to be great. And I guarantee.
Don't forget to spend your Perkle bucks.
That was super easy.
Bond is actually stronger than the wood itself. Did you know that?
Get it.
Welcome to Off the Cut episode 187 for Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. Now, Halloween's only 10 days away, but I can tell you, you don't have to wait for any new tools at kmtools.com.
Whoa, dog, you're stepping all over my ad read. Well, before we got this show kicked off, Eric and Deric both told me that I am way out of the loop because Jonathan and his team have just released the newest KM tool. Do you think internally they do they refer to their own tools as KM tools?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Well, this one is a countersinking tool, and I haven't gone hands-on with it, but I'm just looking at it on their website right now, and I'll tell you something I appreciate about it. The bit itself is expensive, but that's okay. Countersinking bits are something I've gone through a number of them. I would be willing to pay for a high-quality one. But here's the thing. The replacement bits for it, the actual the part that wears out on it, dirt cheap. $6 for, looks like, do you get 3 in a pack?
You can get 3 in a pack. It's fully replaceable. All the parts are fully replaceable.
Each one individually. Okay. Well, that's still very reasonable. Is $6 or $7, which I appreciate because one, it's usually impossible to find replacement. You usually can replace the drill bit, but you can't actually replace the actual bit, the part that does the countersinking. Right. So I appreciate that he's got it all broken out, and you can get a whole bunch of them if you want to. It's pretty
different sizes too.
Because the bit's are always the only part that ever breaks.
You always snap the bit, and then you're like, okay, I have to throw this whole thing out now.
Right.
Yeah. So, Deric, you let us know that you got one in hand.
I got one.
So.
Yeah.
What
it's
first
nice.
impressions?
I've had it for about an hour now, but
okay,
in the hand, it's pretty nice. I'm excited to go out in the shop tomorrow and give it a good whirl. Oh yeah, try it out, for sure. I like that it's indexed, so you can adjust it down to the right depth, and then it locks in place. You hear it locking.
Cool. Yeah, lays more there for you.
And I think we said whenever the video I was watching on it, there's you can't really see it because it's really small, but there are line marks on the side as you're adjusting it up and down, the depth of it. Mm-hmm. And each line mark is a set depth because of the way it's turned. I think it's a 32nd of an inch or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like. I wonder if he'll make a Canadian one that's in millimeters.
Right. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know if that's Jonathan's thing, but yeah, hey, it works. Like I said, it's
very cool.
Very, very clicky. I actually have all the other bits, the replacement, the different size countersink bit pieces that you can swap out on order. You can pre-order them right now. So you can order this guy and pre-order those with it, and you get free shipping. Okay. And so I'll be getting those in a week or so.
Cool. What's it come with? Is it number 8 and they?
Yeah, I think it's a standard number 8 is what it comes with.
And an 1/8 or something, or is it quarter? I guess a quarter maybe? What? No, that's too big. Anyways, whatever.
I didn't say on here.
Yeah, that's okay. This is standard size for a number 8. Yeah. They know what they're doing.
I gotta buy one. I spent a bunch of money on one of those Amana ones. It was $130. I was like, yeah, get all the sizes. Did it already starts the bearing in it already wore out?
Yeah.
I was pissed.
I just get because I've bought the expensive ones before and they die. So now I've just been buying the cheap ones. Yeah. The one where it's all one piece and you just throw you crack one once a month and you just throw it out. So maybe it's time I get back into the high quality countersinking bed game.
Yeah, this is the first one I've got that has like the little collar. Like I've had the little, just the countersink on the drill bit before.
Yeah,
like I've had a bunch of those.
Changer.
But the little collar, the stop collar, that's what I've been looking for. And then I saw him announce this one a while back, like teased it, and then saw it at Texas Woodworking and thought, I'm going to wait until that comes out. And that's what I'm going to get. I actually tried to get it at Texas Woodworking, but they weren't selling them right there. Or maybe I didn't have enough followers. I don't know.
Did you get $50 off your purchase?
No, should I have gotten $50 off my purchase?
Well, one of our patrons is going to get $50
Yeah, that's right. We could get one of the patrons and get $50 off. Yeah, that would get you almost the entire countersink bit right there.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm looking. I think Jonathan's done the thing now where his site displays in local currency.
Oh,
because I think I'm getting the in Canadian dollars price.
Shopify does that now.
Yes. Should be $69.69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Want to know how bad the Canadian dollar is right now? It's 101 Canadian.
Oh, wow. Oh, that must be taking into account maybe the import taxes and stuff.
I think that's probably maybe even shipping too. Who knows? And whether you're spending 69 or 101, a portion of every single sale goes to support the Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund, which puts hands in the tools of people who need them. Tools in the hands of people who need them. And we already talked about how he gives us $50 every single month to give away to one lucky patron. So I am going to turn it over to one of you lucky gentlemen to tell us about one of our other sponsors.
Well, hey, Jonathan's not the only one giving away stuff.
Nope.
Our good buddy Bill Burkle over at WTB Woodworking is running a huge giveaway right now, a SawStop giveaway at WTBwoodworking.com/giveaway. He's got a Revolution miter gauge, the SawStop Sustainer package, and a SawStop hoodie. And this Saturday, 4 days away, Saturday, October 25th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., he's doing the 1-year anniversary celebration and maker meetup. Hot dogs, hamburgers, refreshments, giveaways, games. Apparently, there's going to be a dunk tank with Kelly Clarkson there.
What?
Yeah. She hasn't confirmed. She might be there. But the one thing that is confirmed is that they're doing a huge raffle for a Fuji Spray Mini Mite 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. 50% off of in-stock chill epoxy. 50% off in-store slabs.
Okay.
10% on all rough sawn boards and tons of reps. So if you've ever wanted to talk to somebody from Bloom, Tenaru Blades, Jet, Powermatic, Bestool, Craig, Muffel, you name it, they're going to be there.
I feel like
do not want to miss this.
I feel like I could talk a Bloom, like a rep from Bloom. I feel like I could talk their ear off.
Oh, yeah.
Just about all the different crazy Euro hinges that they have.
Oh, yeah.
How do you design those things? There's like overlapping parts and it's so complex.
Yeah.
Half overlay, full overlay.
Hey, but
Just saying.
I'm just trying to stick to the script over here.
I love improvising over the athletes. I don't know if you can tell.
Well, make sure you go check out WTBwoodworking.com or go to 390 Pike Road, Huntingdon, not Huntington, Huntingdon Valley, PA. Eric, I'll turn it over to you, brother.
Yeah. Do you like it whenever your projects come apart? Because I don't. The last thing I want is for my project to fall apart because the glue didn't hold. And that's why we have Gorilla Glue as one of our sponsors for this episode and this show through the end of the year. We're talking about Gorilla Glue. Now, I was in the store probably right before we went out of town because, I was out of town for about a week. And I noticed they have a floor coating kit. So you can do like the epoxy floor coating in your garage as well. I didn't know they offered that. And it says it dries, it's drivable within a day, doesn't stick to your tires, and it's residual to sand, oil, and gas. I mean, this is something that my wife has had me looking at since I blackened half of our garage floor with that project that I was working on.
Yeah.
So
overspray?
It was a little overspray. It was nice to find that they offer that for sure. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
I was in the shop the other day working on some stuff, and I was like, oh, I need some CA glue. I was rummaging through the drawers in there, and my dad went out and bought some Gorilla Glue CA glue. So I got to give that a spin on the weekend. Worked pretty damn well.
Nice.
Worked pretty damn well.
I was using their wood filler on a couple. I was using like the 23 gauge pin nails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Filling the dude, matched hard maple perfectly.
Dude.
Really? All right.
Exceeded my expectations, if I'm being honest with you. I was like, I'll probably be able to see it. Can't see it.
Right. So that's why we keep Gorilla Glue on the bench.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, the glue is great. It's non-foaming. It cleans up with water. It dries pretty easily. It's a natural color, like you said. So, yeah, of course, there's nothing that can beat that Gorilla strength that you can trust. And the bond, it's stronger than the wood itself. This is true.
That's my favorite fact to blow people's mind. I tell people that all the time at dinner parties. I'm like, hey, do you know the Gorilla Glue is actually stronger than the internal bonds in the wood itself? You're like, no way.
Got that
Get out of
strength.
here, Zach. It starts fights. It's basically
your party trick.
It's like bringing up politics at the dinner table.
I was listening to the last episode as I was editing it, and I had to look into it. They do not use gorillas in the glue. I just wanted to set the record straight.
That's good to know.
No gorillas are harmed in the making of this glue.
Just horses.
Possibly.
No, I'm kidding.
Possibly. I'm sure it's chemical.
That's a joke. They used to say they would send horses to glue factory, but for everybody listening at home, they definitely do not use horses.
No animals.
Podcast does not condone the use of horses and glue.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we're on the same page. Well, hey.
But keep it out of reach of your gorilla, because they'll go to town on this stuff. They like the Gorilla Glue as much as we do.
Very true.
But yeah, like you said, you can also look for it. They got the wood filler, like you said. It's a great product, strong, durable, great on repairs, stains, paints. Matches the color. It's great. Obviously. But yeah, Gorilla Glue, strong enough for the pros, easy enough for the beginner. Regardless of the use or the job, every bond is built by you and backed by Gorilla.
Hell yeah. Hell
by
yeah.
you, backed by Gorilla. That's a good tagline. I like that.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I want to start out with a story for you guys tonight.
Yeah, you're teasing us. Let's get right into it. Let's not wait.
So I can't remember if we talked about this in the main show or the after show last week, but I was mentioning the fact that I've got an iPhone 12 or whatever, iPhone 12 mini or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy. Pride myself on my phone being old as hell. Right?
It's smashed to bits.
Screen's cracked. Still works like a
Touch your finger every time you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I was mentioning that I've been having issues. Like sometimes when I go to charge it, it doesn't charge or whatever, and CarPlay quit working. So I was doing a bunch of diagnostics, and I looked inside the port, and I'm like, some of these lightning connection points, like it's definitely been, used and abused. What, the phone's like 6 years old, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's on your phone.
The contacts inside of it looked like a 2-year-old toothbrush. Just
exactly.
Off in crazy directions.
So we were talking about it, and Zach's like, "Hey, you know that you can just like replace that part, right?" So I did a little research. I found that the part that's like $20, you can replace. But Apple has some like special chip on it that if you get like non-genuine ones, it'll just run like a 5-minute boot loop.
Oh,
and so it'll turn on and it'll turn off and turn on, turn off, whatever.
Okay.
So I ended up finding a genuine part, and it was like $60 or whatever. I was like, sure, whatever.
I think the ones we're looking on Amazon were like 15 to 20 or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So pay a little bit of Apple tax, but it's guaranteed to work.
Sure. And then I was like, while I'm in there, I might as well replace the battery too, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
I don't like where this is going. It feels like you're creeping into my kind of my niche.
I should have done a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, the parts show up today. I don't know, it's lunchtime or whatever. And naturally, I hadn't looked up a YouTube video on how involved this was.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty damn involved.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You got to heat up the back, right? Which is a little bit of a thing.
Right. So you got to heat you actually pull the screen off. You basically have to melt.
Screen comes off.
You have to like melt the glue. I have to pull the entire screen off. And then I probably had to take, no exaggeration, 40 screws out.
Wow. Okay.
And take I had to use like needle nose tweezers and stuff like that to get all this stuff out.
Brother.
Well, aware of that, right? And so, I get everything changed over, whatever. I was like, all right, before I change the battery, because I want to have one variable at a time, I'm going to change the port.
Smart.
And then make sure that works, right? So I have my phone in like two parts, right? And I basically just plug the couple cables that plug the screen into the phone, and then holding the screen and the phone apart from one another, I hit the power button, right? I'm like, okay, boots up, no problem. I was like, I'm going to let it sit here for like 5 or 10 minutes just to make sure that it doesn't do like a boot loop or anything like that, right? Everything's fine. So then I hold the power button down, shut the phone down, and take the screen completely off. It goes start tightening a bunch of stuff down, and I'm handling the phone, manipulating it all like crazy and whatnot. And then I don't know, about 5 or 10 minutes later, I hear banging on my front door. And I'm like, oh, it's probably a solicitor.
Jobs.
Ghost of Steve Jobs. Apple's killing me for trying to repair their device.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying a new one. Right?
Yeah.
So I hear banging on the door, and I'm like, whatever. Like, it's a solicitor. I don't answer the door. It gets loud, like to the point where, like, I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I go downstairs, and I'm looking out the door as I'm going downstairs. There are 2 cop cars and 2 policemen outside the front door.
Okay. And
I'm like, what the hell is going on? I have no idea what's happening right now.
Your mind was like, I killed that guy last week. I did embezzle that money.
Buried that body, though. Like, it was pretty deep. He had cement shoes on. And so I open the door, and they go, hey, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, what? They're like, we got a 911 call from this address. I said, what? And as soon as they said that, I was like, I know what happened. I was like, I was repairing my phone. It must have triggered the thing where if you jam the button a bunch of times, it calls 911. So I think what had happened is, like, I took the screen off, but the battery was still plugged in.
Yeah.
As I was manipulating and stuff. So I had no idea. It wasn't making any noise. I didn't see anything, but I had somehow triggered the 911 call while I was doing this whole repair.
I did that once with my phone. I did just I have something in my hand. I'm fidgeting with it right now. I'm a very fidgety person. So I had my phone in my pocket, and I was just kind of messing around with it in my pocket. And I think I just pressed the power button like 20 times. Absentmindedly, just kind of feeling it or whatever, being weird. And then I hear like, hello, coming from my pocket. And I like take it out, and it's like, again, called the emergency line. So you gotta be careful with the power button on your phone. If you fiddle with it too much, it'll call the cops on you.
Yeah, I basically explained to them what happened, and they just kind of smiled and laughed. They're like, "Yeah, you don't know how often this happens."
Yeah, I assume that must make up a good majority of like police phone calls now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess I need something to do though.
But see, I wish I knew when I hit the buttons, because I would have loved to know what the response time was.
True.
Oh, it doesn't have like a call log or something like that to look at?
Huh.
Well, I guess you're resetting it.
I've had like 3 or 4 occasions where I've had to call 911 in the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. every single time I do, I get the hold thing where they're like, all our operators are currently busy.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And they do a thing where they're like, we'll call you back. And even like the callback times are sometimes like 10, 15 minutes. It's pretty crazy.
Is it 911 in Canada?
Yeah. What is it for you guys?
It's 911. I was just curious.
Okay.
I know it's like different in some countries, so I guess in North America it's 911.
I think in Europe it might be 999 or something.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Probably learn that before you go visit a foreign country, just in case.
It's a good idea. Well, when you've had to call 911 several times, like what's going on in your life?
Well, I was going for some.
I've never had to dial 911.
I was going to some family engagement. Sophie and I were driving down the street, and I just saw this guy wind up and crack a woman in the face as we were going by at like 50 or 60. And so I saw that. I was like, okay, like it was like in the rear view. We couldn't go back and do anything about it. But I was like, I got a call, and at least report it. And I'm trying to think what some of the other times was. One time it was when my car got slammed into, my truck got totaled. And another time, this was a long time ago, but it was like 3 or 4 houses ago. We lived in an apartment complex, and Sophie and I just heard the craziest fight of our neighbors. And like bad, like somebody was throwing a chair around or something like that. At first it was like, a couple screaming. It's like, okay, you know what, everybody's entitled to a little everybody wants to scream at their spouse every once in a while. But then I heard stuff being thrown, and then I heard a kid crying, and I was like, oh no, I gotta call the police.
You gotta call police.
And it was kind of like a complicated apartment complex, like, so it wasn't clear like where the sound was coming from. I wasn't sure if it was like our upstairs or like, upstairs and to the left type of thing. So I was like, I just called the cops. I was like, I can hear a horrible fight. I was like, just send a cruiser out, and I'm sure you guys will be able to track it down based on sound alone.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But same thing, like crazy long response time on that one too. That was like, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that.
Really?
Yeah,
that's funny. I've had situations like that where neighbors scuffling and stuff like that, but we didn't call 911. We called local police department.
Oh yeah, like non-emergency or whatever.
Yeah, non-emergency numbers. Yeah.
If I didn't hear the kid crying, I probably would have done that. But yeah, I don't know. I was worried when I could hear big, heavy things being thrown around and a kid crying. I was like, yeah, somebody needs to get here quick.
See, I've tried to find the non-emergency number.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So I've called 911 before and been like, hey, just so you know, this is a non-emergency, but I couldn't find my local number. And they're like, oh, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
We went to the local city's website and tracked it down off there. But yeah, it wasn't super easy to find.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you can go on Google Maps and just look up the nearest police station and maybe call it directly or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, perhaps.
I think
you can just Google it now. Non-emergency number for my town or whatever.
Scott is in the live chat. He said he tried calling the local police station, was on hold for 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
That is very Canadian. The city of Toronto has a special, it's either 311 or 411, where it's just talk to a city representative, and I think they can connect you through to the non-emergency line.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think 411 is information. If you need just general information,
I think 311 is a special one for Toronto. I once saw a fire hydrant that was just gushing air up in this or water up in the air. Nice. And it was a 10-foot plume of water coming out of this fire hydrant, and I was like, it's probably not 911 worthy, so I called 311 and let them know.
And then 811 is the one that you call if you're supposed to be digging. Right?
Oh, locate.
Yeah, I think 811. 311 is around here is for if you're reporting road condition issues.
Okay.
It's like potholes and like you said, fire hydrants blowing off and stuff.
They're not going to fix the potholes though.
What about wildlife? If you saw, I don't know, what's common where you guys are,
Steve Irwin,
not a bear, obviously.
Actually, we had a possum come up on our front porch a couple weeks ago because my wife feeds the feral cats in the neighborhood, and so every once in a while, possums or skunks and other wildlife will come up and eat the food as well. And a couple weeks ago, a possum came up to the front porch, and she noticed it because she watches the cameras and everything. And this is like her hobby. And she's like, she's like, there's a possum out on the front porch, and he's not doing well. This is like 1 a.m. And she's like, he's not doing well. And we go out there and we look at him, and he's not running away. Like normally they run away. And we look at the video, and as he walks up to the cat food to get the cat food, he's dragging his back leg behind him, like upside down. It's clearly like, broken. Awesome. Yeah. So like we set up one of our cat carriers, one of our large cat carriers, and put some cat food in there and just set that right next to him. And he crawled in there, and then we shut it on him and set him on the back porch till early the next morning. And then we got up, and she had contacted like some local shelter. Like she tracked down a shelter online and was text messaging with them all night. And they were like, yeah, come by first thing in the morning. You can drop him off. And, but yeah, we didn't have like a local, and we didn't have one in our city. So the closest thing would have been a neighboring city to take him to.
Yeah.
So it's different everywhere, I guess.
Do you have raccoons down in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trash pandas?
Little trash pandas, yeah. I had to call the animal control
fuzzy things
on a trash panda one time, because they're not supposed to. If you see them out during the day, they're nocturnal, right? So if you see them out during the day, it usually means they've got some sort of disease that's screwing with their brain.
Ooh.
So I saw one like wandering around our neighborhood during the day and called the animal control on that.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever called animal control.
It's fun.
I had it for my kids. It didn't work.
Guy shows up with a big net.
Yeah, how do you get that job? Like,
I don't know. Great question.
The net guy. Is it a prestigious job?
I think you flunk out of veterinary school. You're like, if I can't save him, I might as well catch him.
Can't save him. Like, we're going to kill him.
You're like a big time Pokemon enthusiast, and you're like, close enough. Closest thing we have in the real world.
Can you imagine if the animal control guy came up and you're like, hey, what's up? I'm Zach. Nice to meet you guys. Ash, catch him.
Yeah.
Like, what? Well,
I think that's where you called the 411 number too many times, and they're like, you know what? We got a job for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, before we get too far into things, I want to give a huge shout out to our newest patron. I don't know if you guys know it. We got a new patron.
Hell yeah. I didn't even see that. Nice.
Carol.
Oh, nice.
Right
Male,
on.
female Carol.
Carol. Simple.
Well, I've been burned by this one a couple times where I thought we got a female patron, but it turns out to be, just a man with a semi-female sounding name.
Or a female with a semi-male sounding name. There's nothing wrong with that.
True. No, nothing at all. I just want to know where I stand.
Sean?
Yeah.
Jordan.
What are some Taylor?
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's a good one.
Yeah.
There's some other kind of could go either way names.
But Carol, thanks for the support. You've unlocked the after show, all of the after shows, the bonus shows, everything over on patreon.com/SawStop podcast. So thanks.
And got entered in that drawing.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
And the Discord.
And the Discord. Yeah, we were talking. Somebody was, some of the bros over in the Discord are bringing up some good bamboo sales. I think they're clearing out the X1Cs right now.
Okay.
So there was a big sale on them at Best Buy. Did you end up buying one, Deric?
I did not, no.
Okay.
But you made some bold claims over there about the P2S being superior to the X1C. Care to defend that?
Yeah, I can't. Okay, well, do you know anywhere on paper where the X1C is better than the P2S?
No, not at all. I haven't been following them too closely.
I'll be super honest with you. They're incredibly similar printers. But
I know I was seeing it in your latest video. It looks just like the X1C.
It looks just like an X1C. But the thing is, the P2S is a second generation product. So there's all these like nice little touches that as you use it, you come to appreciate. Like the bottom of it doesn't have a lip, so nothing gets trapped in the bottom of it. You can just sweep it out. And just all the injection molded parts are like a little bit smoother. All the tolerances are a little bit tighter.
Does it have the LiDAR system to it as well? Like I know the P1S didn't have the LiDAR.
I don't think it has the LiDAR system. But to be honest with you, LiDAR system, I could live without.
Most of the time, it doesn't work.
Most of the time, it does not work. That's correct. And it also takes longer to do the like LiDAR authentication runner. You know how like the flow calibration is more complex on? Yeah. And the P2S also has quick change nozzles, which I really appreciate.
That's a nice touch. Yeah.
Yeah, changing on the old system was a little bit of a pain.
Well, I got a bunch of nozzles I got to go through first.
Yeah. So, yeah. I would, if I had to pick between the two, I would do P2S, but if there was a big price discrepancy, if the X1C was cheaper, I might go that way too.
Yeah, they don't have a price on the P2S yet.
Yeah, really?
And actually, that $7.99 sale that you saw on Best Buy, Bamboo's running it on their website as well.
Okay.
But that's not the combo deal. I think the Best Buy claimed to have the combo deal, which I thought was like, that's a crazy good deal. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
They're making much money off of that.
Yeah. They're just trying to clear out their inventory.
Well, that's what I think there's got to be. I don't have any inside knowledge here, but I have to assume there's an X2C coming right around the corner because the gap between the X1C and the P2S is too close right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're probably just trying to make it not available, basically.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Totally makes sense.
Huh. I see the P2S in stock on the Canadian website. Is it not in stock? Ooh, it's not in stock on the American website. So hold on, I can do a little bit of rough math here.
Just divide it by 2.
Yeah, basically, right? Let's see. So approximately $750 for the P2S combo.
Oh,
with the AMS2 Pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm interested.
Something to think about.
I'm right in that awkward stage with my printers where, like, if I keep them running most of the time, I can keep up with orders and keep up with stock. But like, if I'm like, okay, I'll let them sit for a couple days. Then I'm like, uh-oh, I could really use another printer right now. So like, I haven't quite justified buying another one, but I feel like I'm getting close.
If I were you, I might look at the H2S. It's not that much more expensive than an X1C. And I assume doing what you're doing, you'd be able to get more prints on the plate.
I do need to some of my things, like for those sustainer slides, I can only print one at a time. And it's like 2.5 hour print. Or on the H2S, I could print 4 at a time and make it a 10-hour print. Like, who cares?
The H2S is even bigger than the H2D, right? Because the single, you get even more print volume with it. So so something to think about. Yeah,
I'm definitely considering it, but I don't know. I'm not quite there yet.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, it's back ordered too.
Oh, really? On the Canadian site, it's in stock. They must have different warehouses for the Canadian and the US stores.
Yeah.
I think that means the Canadian one's about to go out of stock.
Maybe. I wonder if there's also some tariff stuff at play here. I think.
Oh, possibly.
Because I think they're probably manufacturing them in China, if I had to guess. So maybe there's some tariff stuff going on.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the difference? What do you think what do you see as the difference between the P2S and the H2S?
Size.
Size is all?
Yeah, I mean the H2S is going to have some more kind of nice to have features. Like it has that like little light bar.
Oh, you can do the laser thing on it, can't you?
You can throw a laser. There's like a laser upgrade for it too as well.
Who cares about the laser?
I don't know. I like the laser. I like knowing it's there. If I want to engrave something, I could do it. But to be honest with you, I don't really ever use it.
Fair.
If it was a little cheaper, I'd consider it as an option.
The laser, or
yeah, the laser.
Yeah, it's like $1,000, eh?
I think like for the H2S, it's about $500 difference.
Okay.
$600 difference.
600, yeah.
So you guys is this the point of the year where you guys are like thinking about buying a tool or something, or is like, are you okay?
You're trying to like get your end of year.
Well, like what? I know people play that game. But yeah. Deric, is there anything that you're like eyeing that you're like, at the end of the year, like next year, I'd really like to have this tool or this software or this peripheral computer part, something like that.
Yeah,
Is there anything that you're looking at?
I'm looking at everything. I'm all over the map, seeing all different things for sure. At any given moment, that changes. Right now, yeah, I'm looking at a new printer. Why not?
Yeah.
But if you would have asked me 2 days ago, I'm looking at a drill press. You know, that looks like a good idea to me right now.
Okay.
Something that I like for my shop.
Very
But
cool.
yeah, I think realistically, I need to sit down and I need to look at my shop and see what I actually need, not what I want.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. So what are you leaning towards right now? Let me ask you this: if you had to pull the trigger within the next 5 minutes, what are you going to pull the trigger on?
Nothing.
no, if you had to.
Yeah,
If I had to. Another Cat's Moses drill bit, baby.
Okay.
No, probably. I think the table saw is at the top of my want list as a replacement because I got that job site one and
like a proper floor standing model.
Having a proper floor standing model would make a world of difference, especially with like a good fence on it, a solid fence, not this aluminum sheet metal thing that I got.
The nice thing about buying a table saw is generally they hold their value pretty well.
Yeah.
So you're really just parking your money for a little while until you want to sell it again in the future. It's not like,
This is true.
I've
looked at like buying them off of Marketplace and everything, and they are I'm not buying it off Marketplace. They want almost what they pay, what they goes for retail.
I know.
I know. You could maybe save like $200 or $300 on somebody's used up, beaten up table saw. No, I'll pay full price and get a brand new one. Thank you.
Right.
Good point.
So I know we talked about about this a little bit before. Which one are you leaning towards?
It's down to either the Grizzly or the SawStop, and really, it's gonna come down to which one, what's gonna give me the most power for my circuit breaker is what it's gonna come down to.
I think
what can I afford to put in place?
Honestly, dude, I have the 120 SawStop. I've never really wanted for more power.
No.
You know, like I've cut through 1.5 walnut and stuff like that.
You just changed the blade.
Yeah. Goes like, I don't know. I'm not sure. You really have to be cutting some thick hardwood before you can really justify a 3 horsepower, 4 horsepower saw, I think. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
So you're not thinking of putting 220 in the garage, right?
I've considered it, but if I can get away with not having to do it, I would.
Yeah.
So a lot of those saws you can convert. So like, let's say you get a 2 horsepower saw that works on 120. Like that's what my Harvey is.
Yeah.
It was a 2 horsepower one. And then I ended up converting it to 220 power. Truthfully, haven't really known much of a difference other than it seems like it starts up quicker.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But so like maybe that's the way you can future proof it, right? So like if you do add 220 to the garage later, you could just convert it to 220 if you really wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think what I would like to do is put
SawStop though.
You
have to look into it.
I want to know.
I
want to put a drop in the ceiling for power, so it comes straight down the middle, and I don't have to like go to the walls for it.
That makes sense.
Interesting. I'll tell you what, if you ever cut your fingers off on the Grizzly, you're going to be like, why didn't I buy the SawStop?
I know. I think about the SawStop all the time.
Yeah.
But so the nice thing is, like, say you buy a SawStop Grizzly or whatever, and then you're like, really wish I would have gotten the 4 horsepower one. Based on what you're seeing on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, you could probably sell it and not lose much money.
That's a good point too. That's a good point too.
Especially compared to what's out there already. Ooh, man. I've gone on a couple, I've looked at a couple, gone to look at a few of them. They're awful.
Like just in bad, rough shape?
Yeah, like the used ones. Yeah, like most of them are from like cabinet shops, and they've used them, burned them out, and now they're just like trying to sell them off to get rid of them. But like I said, they're asking for just a few $100s less than what it retails for. So like I was looking at a Harvey, and which retailed for I think $1,900, and they were wanting like $1,600 for it. I was like, no way, because it didn't have the fence at all. Like they had lost it. They didn't have it anymore. It was beat to hell. Yeah, they didn't use the fence. They didn't use the fence at all. It was just beat to hell.
I guess maybe they had a big sled they used for everything.
Yeah, I think they had like a big sled that they were using because it was like they had saws for specific things. They had like a dozen saws in their shop, all set up for specific cuts. And yeah, and so like I brought a piece of plywood with me to make like a little scrap, like a 1x1. And I tried to push that through it. The saw blade just in the plywood. And I was like, no.
Yeah, no thank you.
No, I don't think so.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. Good on you for bringing a test cut.
Yeah.
That's smart. Because if you had not done that, you'd be regretting it when you got home.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so cynical about buying used things nowadays. I just assume someone's trying to screw me.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they be trying to get rid of it? It didn't work.
I know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have a bunch of stuff that I'm trying to sell off. It works. It's in good condition.
Valid.
Yeah, I mean,
Valid.
yeah. It was funny. I sold off my Yeti microphone because I was never using it anymore. And some guy gave me like a crazy lowball offer on it. I was like, you know what? I've had it up for sale for 6 months now. Nobody's messaged me about it. I was like, fine, whatever, I'll take your lowball offer. And the guy was like super paranoid. He was like, it works, right? I was like, yeah, dude, it works fine. It's just been collecting dust for the last 6 months. He was like, are you sure it works? Like, I was like, yes. He's like,
do you know who I am?
But he just like, it was like, you can't throw lowball offers like that and then be super suspicious when somebody actually takes you up on it. It was, I don't know. It seems a little weird to me.
That's when he should have been like, you know what? If you don't want it, that's fine.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the patience to put up with that.
But I was only selling it to like make space in my office. I was like, I got too much crap. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. So I was more interested in getting rid of it than I was in the money. So,
but I need somebody to give me $1 for it, so I feel like I got something in return.
Yeah, exactly, right.
But see, if you had somebody locally, like if you had a friend that was like, oh, I started to do videos, you're like, please take this,
yes,
take it,
yeah,
take 100%. It. I finally donated my rigid miter saw, the little slider one. It's like the Bosch Glide version. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to donate that to someone for years.
Yep.
Finally, because like I can't ship it. It weighs like 75 pounds.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody that was getting into woodworking, they were like, oh yeah, I'd take it. I was like, thank you.
Nice.
You did me a huge favor.
I did this brand deal with this Canadian company that has their own power tool line. Yeah. Super uncommon. Nobody has it. But the tools they sent me were actually very high quality. But
nice.
And I liked using them, but I was like, I already have all the DeWalt tools. So again, I was trying to clean house, and I put some of them up for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and just nothing, no interest in them whatsoever. Because again, nobody has these batteries. And I asked a bunch of my buddies, I was like, hey, you want the circular saw? It's great, but it's this brand that nobody's heard of. And everybody's like, nah, I'm okay.
Right, because you have a whole new battery system that you have to get into, and nobody wants to deal with that.
Exactly.
Well, Zach, are there any tools, anything that you've been eyeing at the end of the year?
Well, I just did my big investment in my computer, as we were talking about on the after show last week. So I might be done spending for a little while.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All the upgrades that you don't actually think are going to do much of anything.
Actually, you know what? I was tinkering around with it. I had it like up and running. I put all the parts together and like assembled them on my test bench. And it's going to make more of a difference than I let on initially. So I think I am actually pretty satisfied with it.
All right.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of drained a bank account for the foreseeable future. I think I need
you spent like $4,000 on it or something.
Yeah, something crazy like that. So I need to exercise a little bit of financial discipline. And I keep I'm doing this project, right? And there's I keep thinking of like, oh, okay, I need like this little cable, or I need this like little adapter or something like that. So it's just like $20 here, $15 here, and it's just ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. It keeps adding up.
And then shipping, I'm sure it's like, oh, this cable's $11, but they're going to charge you $24 to ship it. And you're like, well,
yes,
I mean, I need it.
Exactly.
Dude, I have an entire drawer in my desk that's just cables because I'm like, I don't want to have to go buy a cable. But then, like, I probably have 80 cables. I need to organize them, like USB-A to USB-C, USB-C to USB, like, find a way to organize them.
I've been like, I need a mini USB cable. And I'm like, I know I own a mini USB cable somewhere. And I'm like going through my junk drawers trying to find it. You spend 30 minutes looking for it, and you're like, okay, I guess maybe I threw it out in a fit of rage.
Just
and then
buy it on Amazon for
go
$5.
on Amazon, buy it, shows up, and then you're like, oh, while you're waiting for it to arrive, you're like, oh, there it is. And yes, I've done this multiple times where I bought something only to find it again later. So annoying.
Or so Eric, you just have a drawer full of them?
Yes.
That's it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Zach, just the 2 drawers? I have like multiple boxes full of cables that I've collected over the decades. I've been collecting cables. Not at all. Well, one of them is.
Yeah.
I open up package. You'll get some electronics, like you get a new microphone or something like that. Sure. It'll come with a USB-C cable now, right? I have so many USB-C cables. I just take the USB-C cable that comes with it, throw it right in the garbage.
I have a whole box of just those cable bundles that are still in the plastic with the instruction booklet sometimes, and I just stick them in that box.
Yeah.
I just get rid of
them. And it's never the right length.
No.
They're always like super short. And there's weird things that happen too. Like USB-C cables, like sometimes they'll just be charging cables. Sometimes they'll have data. Sometimes they'll have the good data where it'll give you all the bandwidth, and other times it's limited. So
it's not marked.
No, it's not marked. You just have to plug it in and pray. So
same thing with Cat 5 cables. Like now you got what, Cat 5e, Cat 6, all that.
I just bought what's this one over here? I think this is a Cat 7. I just bought a Cat 7 for my computer the other day. And I think there's even more. I think there's like Cat 8 and stuff now too. Although some of that's just like outdoor shielding.
I feel like I need to clean house, but as soon as I clean house, I'm going to need these cables.
I go through them every so often, and I'll get rid of if I have like a bunch of them, I'll get rid of all a bunch of say micro USBs. I'll get rid of all of them except for a short one and a long one, and then I'll just throw out the rest of them. As long as it's like new, that's why I keep them kind of bundled up, because I'm like, that one's new, it's never been used. That's the one I'm gonna hang on to. The one that's kind of a rat's nest, that's the one I'm gonna get rid of.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's fair.
Or has this ever happened to you guys? You need a Cat 5 cable, and you go on Amazon and you can only get it in packs of 3. I only need one.
Because the single one's more expensive.
Yeah, sometimes that happens too. The single one will be more expensive. It's like, I guess I'll get the 3-pack and then just throw 2 of them out. It feels so wasteful.
I still have like a couple 100 feet of Cat 5 from our last house, maybe 12 years ago. It was an old house. It was built in like the 70s. So I ran Cat 5 from a central point in the back of the house where all the data came in, and then ran Cat 5 to each of the bedrooms. This is before we really had good Wi-Fi. So it was for all of the streaming devices at where all the TVs were in all the rooms. Yeah. So I bought a bunch of Cat 5, a bunch of those little clips that go on the end, and the whole keystone thing for the wall, and did this whole thing, right? So I ran Cat 5 throughout the whole house, and then I still have a couple hundred, probably about 100 plus feet of Cat 5 cable and those little things on the end. So anytime I need a Cat 5 cable, I'll cut one off. But now it's Cat 6, Cat 7, Cat 5.
I was going to say Cat 5 is actually
it's limited.
Slow.
Yeah, you only get 100 megs or something like that. Bandwidth or something.
Yeah. Cat 5A will get you 1 gigabit, but even 1 gigabit's pretty slow by today's standards.
Yeah.
So, when we moved into a brand new condo, whatever it was, 4 or 5 years ago, and the whole place was wired with Cat 5A.
Oh yeah.
And it was I don't know. It's like it's a brand new building. Like you guys should be future proofing it, not using.
But
like,
they don't care.
I guess, yeah, they're just trying to get it done as cheap as possible.
They ran it through our new build house that I'm in now, built 5 years ago, Cat 5e. They ran Cat 5e everywhere, which is decent, but you know.
Yeah.
The people who are running that, they're like, there's internet, whatever.
Yeah.
This is the cheapest cable. It's internet. Good to go.
Yeah.
Looks the same, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And I was setting up our new Wi-Fi system. Like I got a new Wi-Fi router a couple weeks back, and I'm setting that up. And because like we get gigabit internet, so we have we'll typically get like 1.2 gig internet through the line into the house. Well, you can't tap your Wi-Fi router into that with just a Cat 5 cable, because then it just it puts a stranglehold.
Right.
And then you're only getting like 100. Yeah. So I'm trying to, and it came with a Cat 6 cable, which is fine, but it's not long enough to reach the box unless I set it on the floor. And so I had to I'm going through all my cables. I'm trying to find one that fits it, and I couldn't find one that fits it. So now it's sitting on the floor till I get a long enough one.
Yeah. They do that. It's annoying. I've got to imagine most of these cables I have, I don't need them. I still have some literally an Apple one still in the packaging.
See that if it were my house, I'd be in the garbage right now.
But
although the Apple one's probably pretty high quality.
The Apple ones are usually pretty good. But then I got a bunch of real crappy ones. So I'm like, why do I have this? Because I'm I might need it.
Yeah.
I just need to organize them is what I need to do.
Somebody needs to come up with some sort of system for properly storing cables in an organized way. You know how they have those card binders for collecting cards? If somebody had one of those, but for somehow collecting different cables, I would be all over it.
I actually have one. I have one, it's like a little, who makes it? I forget the name. There's some camera company that makes bags. Yeah, Peak Design. Yeah. Nice. So I got one of their backpacks, and then I also got this little carry-all case.
Okay.
And it's for organizing your cables.
Okay.
And I keep a set of cables in there with bricks for whenever we travel. So I just have that pre-done, ready to go. I throw it in my bag. And so whenever we get to a hotel or something like that, I can throw out cables and everybody can charge whatever devices in whatever hotel room we're in. And, but yeah, that thing's great. I love it for that, but I don't have one for my office now. I have looked into some different 3D print files that have but they're all they all kind of have the same problem. They're just big. It ends up being just a big
bigger
thing.
than the cable itself.
Yeah. To hold a bunch of cables, and I can't, I'm with you. I can't find the right solution for organizing them other than just throwing them in a box or a drawer.
Yeah.
And they need rubber bands or something to keep them in a compact form too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's infuriating though. I can't.
Somebody needs to have, and I actually do think they have this, but the hose reel where you yank on it and it pulls your hose back, or you can just pull it out. Somebody needs to have those for cables.
Oh,
I've seen some of those for USB-C.
Yeah. I've seen very cheap looking ones.
Yeah, but I'm always that's just seems like something that's going to fail.
I know.
Especially for high data, I don't think it would hold up for very long.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Kevin Eller's response. Ziploc bags.
There we go.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not a bad suggestion.
Yeah.
Sometimes the simplest solution, right?
With some labels on it. It's a good call.
Honestly, Kevin, I think you just won me over for this drawer, brother.
Yeah. I spent today actually decabling my desk, because a part of the upgrade I'm doing is I want to hide all the cables better. So I was my desk was such a rat's nest of wires. There was micro USB and USB-C cables that at some point were connected to something,
right?
But had since been disconnected and were just kind of left abandoned in different parts of the desk.
Well, if you think yours is bad, I've got 2 computers on my desk.
Yeah.
I've got my personal business computer and my work computer.
Yeah.
So I've got a cacophony. You like that word? Of wires all over the place. Do
you read books or something?
No, I can't read. I read audiobooks.
It's just, I don't know. Cables really, they kill the aesthetic of things for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I go to great lengths to hide them if I can.
But we need them.
I know.
That's the problem.
For now, anyways. Somebody's going to come up with wireless cables soon.
You know, I want to pick your guys' brain about something.
Okay.
Because I'm borderline. Like, I'm thinking about buying a new tool, but I'm also like, I don't know if I really need this. So, hear me out. I'm building, building out this closet and stuff. And, you're building cabinets and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, I know I can just pocket hole them together or, screw them together from the outside or whatever. It's going to be hidden, no problem. But it's lining up your pieces. You clamp them, they constantly shift. They're like out like a 16th of an inch, or like the board's not perfectly flat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what? People swear by biscuit joiners.
Yeah.
Like, had you ever built any cabinets with a biscuit joiner and been like, this was nice, or you like, it's just a waste of time? Like, it doesn't really matter.
What do you mean for laminating two panels together, or for
so
a butt
you
joint?
Join it at like a butt joint? So
I've never tried that before.
Yeah, I've only ever used it for alignment whenever I'm
like if you're doing like a tabletop glue.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I've never used it for like a right angle.
Or it's good for using the biscuit joiner tool is good for cutting out a spline on a corner. But
Yep.
That's the only time I've ever used it.
That. And I'm like, so I'm also doing one of these cabinets is pretty big. I'm not going to be able to add. So Scott said biscuits add 0 strength. Yeah, I don't care about the strength. It's purely for alignment. And Joe said it's good for face frames. Yes, I've heard a lot of people really love it for face frames. It's just I feel like it'd be easier to get all the pieces aligned and stuff. But I'm building this one big cabinet that I can't fit through a door. And so I'm like, well, I want to make sure I have everything lined up and then be able to kind of take it apart and then screw it back together.
Right.
And why Scott said use your Domino.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing. But I'm like, is the Domino... I feel like the Domino is basically the same thing as the biscuit joiner. Probably adds more strength.
Yeah, the thicker. Why not go full IKEA and do dowels?
No.
I'm not using dowels.
No.
You ever used the dowel joiner?
I have a pretty decent one that I actually don't mind using.
It's so slow, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, the biscuits, the Domino, it's all going to be relatively slow.
Yeah, but with those machines, just whoop,
I mean,
zip it in. The doweling jig, you got to clamp the thing on there. You got to then get your drill, and then it's all dusty and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But so then I'm like, man, maybe I get the Lamello. But the Lamello is $2,500.
Wow, I know a guy who could hook you up with a discount.
The fancy biscuit.
Biscuits.
Yeah.
But also, it's if I'm not gonna use the knockdown connector parts, it's really not that much different than the Domino. If I'm just gonna be using wood biscuits, it's
might as well use a Domino. I would imagine. I don't know. I've never used a Domino, but I would imagine just based off of the design, the Domino would be a little stronger and sturdier than the biscuit itself.
Yeah.
A little more precise.
Yeah, I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do, so for this corner cabinet, I'm building the entire thing with the Domino just to practice and go through the whole skill of being which do I think is easiest?
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of want to buy a biscuit joiner, do the same thing with one, and just see what I think.
Yeah.
They're not super expensive.
But then I get into whole, if I buy a shitty biscuit joiner, am I going to think it sucks because I bought a crappy one?
Yeah. But I mean, what's I don't know. What's a shitty one versus what's a good one? I mean, it's just kind of
I don't know.
Yeah,
because I've never used one.
All right, well, you can get a corded one for $60.
That's what I'm saying. But is that hot garbage?
Yeah, I don't know that I go that route.
I have the DeWalt cordless one, which doesn't really need to be cordless. Although it's kind of handy to have it be cordless. It is very smooth. I do like that tool.
And Scott says, don't buy a shitty biscuit joiner. My assumption would be that there's like run out in the blade. And so it's like not super precise. But
that and the fence is probably a little
you
wonky.
want a nice... It needs to be perfect 90, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
The entire purpose of the tool is alignment.
Oh, Scott says, I have the slots are too big. Are you sure you're using the right size biscuits?
And Joe says the when one sucks. See?
Okay. All right.
And so I'm like, if I'm going to even venture to get into a biscuit joiner, like the Lamello makes a biscuit joiner. It's like $700 or something. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Not that much more expensive than some of the other ones on the market. But then I'm like, well, if I'm going to buy it, their biscuit joiner, why not just buy their one that does like the fancy P system thingy? Mm-hmm. That's $2,400.
That now you're starting to get a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I'm not a professional cabinet builder. I'm just like, I build some projects here and there. Like,
could you just get like a normal biscuit joiner and then use the Lamello system in it, or are they like a different size?
No, because it like the Lamello like oscillates up and down and it creates a slot.
I see.
Maybe this is a YouTube video. I bought every biscuit joiner.
What about if you made like a little 3D printed, like it was like a 1 degree angle one way, 1 degree angle the other way. You use your biscuit joiner, you jam it down, and then you just kind of rock it back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, it might work. I don't know.
You're gonna like panto router a biscuit joiner?
Yeah.
Maybe this will be my political platform. Bring the biscuit joiner back. A lot of people don't use it. People have been poo-pooing on the biscuit joiner.
It's true.
It's got its place.
I don't know. I feel like I might want to play around with it. I'm feeling inspired to try a new tool, but I really don't know how inherently different it's going to be from the Domino. I already got the Domino.
Yeah,
biscuit joiner you can get for a decent one, I would think, for about a couple $100.
Yeah.
I would just, if I were you, I would probably just use the tool you already have, which is the Domino.
I know. Because I don't want more clutter. I don't want more stuff in the shop.
Yeah. There's no advantage to using the biscuit joiner versus the Domino. Is there? Maybe it'd be a little faster?
That's what I was thinking, because the Domino, if you're plunging into hardwood, like it's a router bit. So like,
can you there's different sizes of dominoes, right? Like you could use a pretty small one, and then that way the hole would cut quicker.
Use a 4mm one.
Yeah. I would just do that.
Is the cut where you're spending the most time, or is it in setup and dialing things in and all the other stuff?
You're absolutely right, Deric. The biggest time commitment is lining up your pieces, making all of your marks where you need it to go, fixing your piece. And when I'm just plunging, you're right, it really doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
It's funny, I just searched Festool Domino on Google, and Sedge has the first video, and then Jason has the third, and then Drew has the fourth.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense. I don't know. But I mean, that's kind of what I'm poking around with. Like, if I were going to buy something, I don't know. Maybe I'll just ask Keith if I can borrow it.
Yeah. There you go. If you could borrow the Lamello from him, and then you could always rent a biscuit joiner from somewhere and, not have something cluttering up, then you got your lineup to make the video off of.
But knowing me, if I borrowed it, I'd just be like, just invoice me for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't need to spend $2,400.
See if they'll do one of those indefinite loans like some people used to get with the Shaper Origin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this is the other thing. You're humming and hawing about it. You could do the influencer thing where you just email the company and be like, hey, can I have one for this video I'm working on?
Gimme.
Yeah.
Gimme. I'm special.
I'd rather just pay for it. There's always strings attached.
There is. It's very true.
It's not as glamorous as it always seems.
No, you hit
a small product, sure.
Yeah.
Like listen to this. I was like gonna buy some pocket hole screws, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna send Craig a message. It's like, hey, any way you can restock me on pocket hole screws? And she goes, yeah, sure, no problem. She sends me like the ID, like the product ID. She's like, does this one work? I typed it in. Do you know they have a box of 5,000?
Jesus.
Yeah, I would believe that.
So I'm getting 5,000 pocket holes.
You'll never need pocket hole screws again.
What the hell am I going to do with 5,000 pocket hole screws?
Oh wow, you can get it. You can actually get that at Home Depot. Crazy.
I guess if you're a cabinet shop.
Yeah.
Huh.
I like your Craig rig. It's $135 Canadian for 5,000. It's not bad actually. I would have expected more.
Yeah, I don't know, but so I'm gonna have 5,000 pocket hole screws coming soon. But
so that could be like your hook for all your videos is like, you know, you got to work in a pocket hole screw somewhere because you got 5,000 of them. And just have like the number come across the screen, 13 of 5,000.
Well, like when people give like special edition posters or whatever. They're like 3 of 500. Well, I'm gonna start gluing up dining tabletops and using pocket holes as the joinery between the pieces.
Nice.
Oh, that'd piss people off.
You know what I've been eyeing right now? Actually, I lied earlier when I said I'm not eyeing any tools because I just bought one. A lot of mechanics tools because I've been working on the car. I'm looking at like a lot of like nice wrenches and stuff like that. Yeah.
Ooh, Snap-on stuff?
Not Snap-on stuff is like crazy overpriced, but like, you know, ratcheting wrenches. I need to replace the brake lines. So they have like special flare nut wrenches that are for brake lines and stuff like that. You could use a normal wrench, but a flare wrench is like, it's better. It grips the thing a little. It's less likely to strip it. So,
and see, the thing is, we're spoiled because, like, during all the woodworking DIY, contracting stuff, it's like, yeah, I know that the Ryobi tool would work just fine, or the Harbor Freight Princess Tire. What is it?
Princess Auto.
Princess
Auto. Yeah, Princess Auto. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that wrench would work just fine, but I could get the nice version.
Yeah. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. If I had a contact at Snap-on who was willing to send me stuff, I might get the Snap-on wrenches.
You got to be one of those guys that gets right out of school or goes to trade school and then starts in a company, and then the Snap-on truck comes to their business, and they basically sign away their paycheck for the next 30 years on like a $75,000 tool cart.
Dude, I had no idea that this was a thing until recently.
That's their entire business, is just to absolutely F people over.
Yeah, people go on like payment plans to get
through their employer. A lot of the time.
It's crazy.
Like, what an absolute scam that they're running.
Wow. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, with that, after we've exposed Snap-on, I think we're going to head over to our BYOC live hangout with our patrons tonight, huh? Sound good to you guys?
Sounds good to me.
To me. Right. Amazing.
Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us as always. There will be no after show tonight because we're having the live hangout with our patrons. But next week, we will be back with an after show and regular episode. So we will catch you then.
See you, buddy.
We give a huge shout out to our returning top tier patrons:
Corey Duvall at Woodcraft and Honey,
Josh at Sawdust Builds,
Joe Welsh at Delaware Valley Workshop,
Goblin Spanker.
You can't say that anymore. Bill Burkle, WTB Woodworking.
Dadu said, yeah, buddy.
Building Creative.
Bailey Thompson.
Zach, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I follow you.
Bingo bango, you're done.
You should stop.